Yeah, these Legos are cool.
They look good. I like this angle a lot better than the first one.
Yeah. Me too.
Okay. Well, welcome back. We didn't do an intro in the first video, so I guess we should do an official intro this time around.
This is our intro.
Oh no, I got stage fright.
Immediately pull it. It was a failure.
We'll never tour again.
I've created a monster.
But no, welcome back to the Afterschool Special Club podcast, where we just hang out like a couple kids after school talking about video games, playing video games maybe. We're still figuring out the...
I've never played a video game in my life.
Shit, me either.
Why did we start this?
Anyway... Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to talk about what we've been doing with video games recently.
Well, besides the fact that I've never played a video game,
right.
I am actually getting into Breath of the Wild for the first time.
What is it, like 3 years later?
BTW. Do you know about BOTW?
Yeah, I may have played it once.
Yeah, I'm just getting into it.
It's really fun.
Yeah. No, I mean, every YouTuber that I've watched, every person that I've seen, like, that I admire that play video games on the interwebs.
Right.
They all say that Breath of the Wild is the game to play. Like, it's fantastic. They hold up to this next level.
Yeah.
And I just remember the first time I tried to play it a couple years ago, I was like, I think I got to the point where you get the paraglider, and you're going across.
So early.
And then I was like...
You're like, that's enough.
Well, I think, like...
When you finally got the open world, you're like, there's too much to do.
Too much. And all the missions, like, popped up. And then, like, I think... I had the version that has the DLC that pops up, the missions too.
Yeah, me too.
So it was like, I was like, there's too much pressure. I can't.
There's a lot to do, and I feel like it was one of those things where I like did the main plot. Mm-hmm. Actually, I don't think I ever beat it, so I didn't finish the main plot. Actually, I just lied.
I thought I was talking to a true champion,
true video gamer.
Yeah.
No, because there is a lot to do, and I played up until the last mission where you actually, like, I got all of the summons. I don't know the
summons.
I don't remember what they're called in the lore.
Spirits.
The spirits.
The orbs.
Yep. The spirit orbs.
The spirit orbs. The crystal shards.
I got all of those people.
Okay.
And I got, to the end where I could go in the castle and fight the final Ganon. And then I just didn't.
Pig Ganon? He looks like a pig, right?
Does he?
I'm getting back into it. Into it.
Pig Ganon?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many Ganon forms, right?
That's true. We're going to find some interesting things on the interwebs. But
this is the first one that came up.
That's him.
Yeah. I mean, he does... Well, he looks more like a dog.
Yeah, you know how many people were pissing off that love Zelda? We're just like...
I know, we're like single-handedly ruining one of the most beloved game franchises in existence.
They're like, how dare they even talk about it?
Well, it's just, I mean,
Yeah, I'm getting into it. And like, I played Link to the Past. Mm-hmm. So that was my Zelda game. That was my favorite.
I only played Ocarina of Time.
That's a great one, though.
Once.
I hear that one's fantastic, though.
It is really fun. I don't have I have the cartridge, but I don't have...
Is that the one that I got you in,
Yes.
Portland?
Yes. Yeah. And I played it at my old house where we had a communal 64, but now I don't have an N64, so I just have the cartridge. But it's more like, it's like a novelty now, though, because it's such a, like, famous game. I just, like, I feel nice, like, owning it.
Yeah, no, of course. And, like, I think that's another reason why I wanted to play Breath of the Wild. Like, really try. I was like, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to force myself to enjoy this. And typically I don't like video games where you get a sword and it breaks over and over again.
I know.
And
it's the worst.
It's the worst. Even, like, the, isn't even the Master Sword? I haven't got nowhere near
I got the Master Sword.
But, like, isn't it, like, timed? Or, like...
Yes. It charges... Well, so... It will activate when you're around... Again, I don't remember any of the lore. the like
orbs,
ancient
when you're around the orbs.
when there's spirit orbs present, when there's a ghost,
yeah.
it's like shing. Yeah, it'll like activate when you're around like things possessed by Ganon.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just a regular sword, and it like does, and you can use up the energy, and it will take time to recharge.
It's good to know.
But I did get the Master Sword. That's actually one thing I did. I was like, I have to at least get the Master Sword.
Yeah, you gotta pull it up there.
And like the first few times I died because I didn't have enough hearts. And like the more hearts I got, the like more I was like, oh my god, am I gonna get this time? And then it would be like, no, because you need like 10 hearts.
I watched the video. I'm spoiling things for myself.
I do that too, though. I'm like, I don't care about spoilers. So I'm like,
well, in everyone else's defense who's putting this material out, for people that are gonna get spoiled by it,
right?
You waited too long. Like, yeah, I waited too long.
I mean, and that's the thing. It's like everyone knows the Master Sword exists. Like, it's not really a spoiler.
No. So
that part is fun though. Actually, navigating the Lost Forest.
It looked pretty.
Yeah, because it's one of those. It's one of the things where you have to follow the lanterns, or else you get sent back to the beginning, or else you just die.
And to get sent back to the beginning, all those missions pop up again. I'm like, oh, fuck shit! I can't do this. So anyway, I am trying that again. That's what I'm playing now. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually sticking to it. I got past the paraglider, which is like a big move for me because, as you know, I really, it takes me a lot to do main storyline at all.
You have MSA, main story version.
Yes. So when they say like defeat Ganon, I'm like, but then I feel like, you know, then you would think this game's great for Mary. Yeah. Because there's so many side missions. There's so much to do.
Right.
But when your sword keeps breaking and you run out of weapons really quickly, and then you go to cook. Like your pepper, you have a pepper.
You have just 2 peppers.
You have 2 peppers, and you need them to stay warm.
Yep.
But then you combine it with a mushroom, and then it gives you poop.
Yep.
And it's like on it. Like,
and you're like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
That was.
You can't even use the.
That mechanic. I love that mechanic. I do actually like the mechanic of like hot and cold, and how you do eventually get better armor to like I have, because I've beaten the game, gotten close. I have like armor from when you go to like the volcano, and it's like protects you from the heat. Because you can't even go in that area of the map because it's too hot. Like you'll just die. Yeah. Unless you're protected somehow.
There was a lot of
You're like there was a lot of that.
There was a lot of that in the first time I went to the mountains. So like go to the shrine.
Yeah, you free stuff.
Yeah, and then I like kept walking. I couldn't figure it out at first. I was like, and I'm like, what's wrong
with you, pussy?
You got a cold? Get up. And then he died.
Man up. Girl pair.
Yeah. all the
he's a child. Yeah. Well, he's like 100 years old at this point.
Yeah, he's old. He's senile. It's senile abuse. Elderly abuse.
It's my favorite trope is the aged teenager who's now like 114 years old, but he still looks like a teenager because he's been asleep the whole time.
Carries around a stick.
Yep.
Fighting with a stick.
Ha! 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 Yeah!
No. In parallel with that, is Zelda over 100 years old in that game? They never explain it.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
She's been fighting Ganon or holding him back in the castle.
As the light, though. Right?
But the king, her daddy, and that's what it's called. Zelda's daddy. He's like, I was her daddy.
And we're all like,
and I'm like,
you're like rule34.com.
Show me more.
Show me more.
But he said that she's been there for 100 years. Right. Is she old? Like
See, I haven't actually beaten the game, so I'm like, I don't know.
I have all these questions. I'm like, so
because I think she's just like beam of light. I don't think she's like a physical being.
I just
anymore.
imagine like a cat, like, you know, the laser pointer.
Yeah.
Like she's just like a little laser pointer, and Ganon's like,
and she's like,
gotcha. And he's like, I'm getting tired of this.
God, that game. What I will say about Breath of the Wild that I really love is actually all the boss sequences. The bosses are actually really, really fun, especially when you get to. Fuck. I don't know what they are. They're like guardians.
Yeah, guardians.
Is that what they're called in the game?
Like the things that kill you instantly, right?
No, not not those, but like the fuck. It's gonna bother me for the rest of this episode that I can't think of what they're called, and also like such a fake fan.
No,
I'm not. I was gonna be like, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan of this.
I just don't know the lore well enough, but like the 4 like guardians that you have to like rescue from being possessed by Ganon, they all have like these super like fortresses that they're trapped in, and you have to go and fight a form of Ganon there. And it's like one big puzzle, every one of them, and they're so fun.
All right, I'm looking forward to that.
I really like those. There's one where it's like literally in the sky, where you're like flying, you're on a bird, because Trevally or whatever his name is, again,
Vivaldi.
do, 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 do.
I love Vivaldi in Zelda.
Whatever's, oh my god, I'm such a fake fan.
No, that is his. I think that's his.
Trevally, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a street in SF that has that, and I think about him every time. I think about him
intimately.
But he's a bird
Daddy
and he
Trevally.
flies.
Yeah, I think you have it right.
And so like his like fortress thing is like a flying bird. But it's really fun because you're in the sky, and a lot of it is about like using the wind and like balance.
Is it like if you played Shadow Colossus?
Kind of. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty similar because they each have like essentially like a Colossus, like an equivalent.
Yeah, because
you like go inside them though. They're like buildings.
Okay, because I could definitely tell with the art style too that Shadow of the Colossus heavily inspired Breath of the Wild, I feel like. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been getting up to, going in that world. So that's been taking up most of my game because the game is so large.
Oh my god, I haven't even done all the side missions. Because there's like I think like over 200 temples.
That makes my
that could
my
be
feet
that I can actually fact check on the spot.
My feet of like getting 4 or 5. I'm like, wow, I got so many. Nothing.
How many temples in Breath of the Wild? 120. So I was way off, but that's still a lot.
It's a lot
because I only got like 70 of them. So I'm like halfway there.
Yeah, but you're almost beating it. Like you're almost at the.
I'm like my only main story quest thing now is defeat Ganon.
Okay.
Which also like somebody else was talking about. Was it? It was the last video we watched of his, right? Where he was talking about how Breath of the Wild.
Oh, Nikki Jakey.
Yeah, where he has the defeat. Because he was talking about it. He was like, it motivates you because you always have that as your goal, and it reminds you because no matter what point in the game, that's always your main quest, and there's stuff that pops up around it. So I was like thinking about that. I was like, oh yeah, because even from the beginning, before you can't even fight any of the enemies in the game. Defeat Ganon is your end goal. There's
mastery and simplicity.
Yeah,
and I feel like that game definitely has mastered the simplicity.
Yeah,
and the beautiful scenes and all those aspects that make the game, beautiful to play. Kind of difficult, I would say, but definitely
the weapon thing is annoying.
Yeah, it's pulled me in more this time than last time, so I am looking forward to playing more of it, and I'm gonna devote actual time to it.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good, especially while we're waiting, because there's so many good games coming out this year.
Yeah.
Games that I'm anticipating. So I feel like it's a good, like, it'll be a good way to spend time. Because I, on the other hand, have not really been playing that much recently because there's nothing, like, right now that I'm super excited about. I was thinking about, like, going through Steam and just seeing if there's any, like, small, like, quick indie games that I could play. But you know what my Wi-Fi is like at home. So...
It could start installing and then a month later... It's like I'm installed, and it's like, well, I'm already playing another game.
I'm like already playing Near Replicant 1.2 to whatever.
Exactly.
Which comes out next week, so I will be playing that in a week. But I think the last game the last full game play that I did was The Medium.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Which freaking great game. Destroyed my frame rate with the split screen shit. Very cool concept. But yeah, absolutely fucked up my frame rate because I don't know how, like, if it's like running 2 engines simultaneously or if if it somehow splits the Unreal Engine. I don't know how that split screen stuff works. I'm not a dev.
It's magic.
Oh, it's magic.
Medium.
But yeah, no, I mean, fucking amazing game. Super scary. Like, it's very short, too. Like, I think I told you it was maybe only, like, 15 hours?
Yeah, that's not that long.
Ish.
Yeah.
But there was a lot packed into it, and it was just very... like, the world building was really, really good, because obviously there's like essentially two worlds, right? There's like the real world, and then there's like the spirit world, and it's like, and then there's like the like mirror, like the spirit world mirror equivalent of the real world. Like that's what it is.
Yeah,
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I've seen videos of it.
So it was very fun, and I what I really enjoyed too was the sort of puzzle aspect of it too, where like you would have to go into the spirit world in order to bypass roadblocks in the real world, which was really, really cool. And yeah, also just super scary. Like I was playing that game in the dark.
Wasn't it like triggering too? You said like there's some triggering for people that...
Yeah, like if you have dealt with any kind of like abuse, like child abuse, it's definitely, it might even allude to like pedophilia too. So like if any of that stuff is triggering,
probably steer clear.
Yeah, steer clear or like be forewarned.
Yeah.
But it's very I liked the way that they went about it because it wasn't explicit. It was very much something that was like alluded to, and you're like you definitely understand implicitly what was going on, but it was alluded to and like through like character accounts and like character experiences. Especially because there's some points where you're playing, because you don't always just play as Marianne, who is the main female character. There's a second protagonist who you play as in certain scenes, who like then you get to see like his traumatic like upbringing.
Oh, cool.
Via like his.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Nice. I like that.
Via his traversing in the spirit world to figure out to deal with his own shit, and like he has his own like they're not psychic powers, but like, you know, like whatever.
Telekinesis,
sure.
Yeah.
You know, those kinds of...
If it's not
abilities.
psychic, it's telekinesis. That's my book.
He's also really hot. Which, like, I was gonna say I hate...
Video game crush.
Well, yeah. That's why, because I'm like, ooh, I'm a teenager again. I'm like, because the thing is, graphics are so good now, I'm like, you can make characters really hot. And I'm like, it's not necessary.
Final Fantasy VII Remake proved that.
Do you remember how much I was thirsting over what the fuck is his name?
The
really hot one.
Yeah. Who died tragically. Yeah, he was unnecessarily hot. He was not that hot. Like he wasn't even that main of the character in the
right.
original. Yeah,
he was a side character who they decided to make a main character.
Yeah,
you know, with Jesse and because I can't remember if he's Biggs or the other guy.
Wedge.
Is Wedge the big guy? I always forget.
Wedge is so...
That's Biggs, right? Is the hot one.
Yes.
He was really hot.
He's really hot. Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And yeah, let me see if I can pull up
a hot pick.
Yeah, for you and you.
Ooh, for me too. Yeah, I was thinking about... That gets me thinking about like video game crushes. Like, how embarrassing. Like, as a teenager, I was like, ooh, squall.
And he's like
moody. Yeah. He looks like disfigured.
Terrible graphics.
And I'm like, he's so hot. And also his personality is ...
Oh my god, literally all he would not, it's not even talking. All he wouldn't say.
That's what I like in a man. Not talking
a man who doesn't have who just ...
Doesn't talk to me.
Okay, I think it was Jack. The medium. Yeah.
Jacob.
Images. Oh no, Jack was...
You pull up Jack.
foster dad?
Oh. Daddy.
Oh my god. Hold on. I will get to the bottom of this.
Yes, and I'll speak of another video game crush.
Was it Henry?
And
it was Thomas.
Titus. I think all the Final Fantasy guys got me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I knew I was gay from a very young age because I was thirsting over, like, male video game characters.
Yeah, they made him look good. I'm sure.
And I was like, why Tifa boobie so big?
Distract me.
Thomas.
That's the thing, though. Like, women in video games are just, like, they're meant to be desired.
They're meant to be boobs.
They're meant to be boobs and ass. Like, that's what they're meant for. Like, for a lot of times. Like, that's how it feels. So... You know, it's nice to have some male, like, eye candy.
Right. I feel like these pictures aren't that good.
You show me the...
I'm really invested. I need you to see the best of him.
All right. the best of you. Boo. Love that song.
Okay, so here's his like spirit version.
Oh, he looks French.
I don't know if you.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui, monsieur.
Go to the other room.
You just hear me. I'm like in your bedroom. I'm like,
I love you, Jacques.
and then this is his like normal.
Oh yeah, he's hot. Yeah, he's good. He's bae. And that's, probably modeled after a real actor.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because now it's just,
we can do that.
Yeah.
Which is fucking wild.
That is wild.
I watched, speaking of, sorry, were you going to say something?
I was going to say nothing. Go on.
I just got really excited because I was going to say I watched, a while ago, the woman who Dina's face in Last of Us Part 2 was modeled after. She played the game, and it was like her reaction to like
cool.
And it was just like, I was like, I can't imagine what that would feel like to be like have a character modeled after you and then see that in a game, because you're like, that's me, but that's not me.
Yeah. And then things happen to you in the game,
right?
But it's not you.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm pregnant.
You look down, you're like, but I'm not.
But that's not me.
But that's not. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Or not.
Or not.
Because I never did.
And I never will.
Not after today. No, that is freaky, because what if there's like a, sex scene or something like awkward.
Right.
Or like nude.
Yeah.
In the buff.
In the nude.
In the nude.
In the news. What if you were in the news?
Nude. What if I was in the news nude? Just like standing there like completely naked.
Oh my god.
I just imagine being like the background of like a news reporter, like trying to talk about some serious things that are going on in the street. I'm just like
But yeah, that was the last game that I like fully played through. I might do it again before. Well, Nier is coming out on. What would that be?
I was about to ask what day. What day is it?
Is it coming out tomorrow? Tomorrow's Sunday though. They don't release games on Sundays.
No, it's usually Tuesdays.
I thought it came out on the 9th, on the 18th though. Maybe it's the 9th. Hold on. Nier.
We're checking a date of
Nier
when
Replicant.
Nier comes out.
1.22 release date. The 23rd. Okay.
23rd.
I mean, I could play the medium again between now and the 23rd.
What day is the 23rd? What is days? What is time? Time is a concept.
Well, in the Gregorian calendar.
Oh. Everyone tunes out. They're like, fuck that.
Like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
April 23rd is...
I'm gonna guess. Friday. Am I gonna be right? Lots hanging on this.
It is a Friday.
I got it!
I knew it! Too bad I have to squirk. Well, actually...
squirt.
Yeah, sorry. That was a colloquialism for work.
And that was just me saying I squirt.
It'll be good, though, because maybe it will have arrived at my house by the time I get home.
And then I will squirt. Just keep going back to that. No, that's awesome.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
That's the same day the Magic set releases. The new Magic set is coming out. And we have a box to open. Yeah. I should on one of these videos or podcasts, I should teach you how to play. And then be like a little thing.
That would be interesting. I only have a very slight idea of how to play because Nadari taught me how to play, kind of.
Yeah, he's good.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm. Did you play with Farmer?
No.
Oh.
He was just playing Magic. He posted to his story, and I was like, that looks like fun.
It's fun. It's a whole world, though. It's a whole world.
A whole new world. I'm dying.
I'm dead.
I'm not sick.
I'm protected.
I got my vaccine a month ago.
Yeah.
But my second one.
I fixed it. Yes, I also got my second shot 3 weeks ago.
So yeah, and I'm looking forward to Nier. That's it's my favorite video game franchise. So
I'm excited to get into it. Just explore.
You better
just go inside and just
squirt.
Get in there. Yeah.
Squirt and
yeah. Love it. It's getting more and more sexual. We're gonna get more and more views.
Oh yeah,
the more
absolutely.
Yeah.
For kids.
For child.
When
for
we
children.
upload it.
Yeah. For childs.
For child. I'm with child.
Not anymore. No, but I'm excited because I've always heard so much about that franchise as well. Basically, I'm just playing through games that people tell me that are really good.
That I hype up and like hold a gun to your head to play.
Play it. Play it now.
I want to watch you play it first.
Like hovering over me, like.
Are you having fun?
I'm like crying. I'm having a great time.
It's like the opening scene. It's just like the opening credits. I'm like, are you enjoying it? Like,
what do you think of it?
It just started, and you're like, and I'm like.
What do you think of the storyline so far?
You're like, I don't.
Started.
I'm like, you're the worst.
Do you not understand anything? This is art.
This is. It is art, though.
Yeah, it looks like art.
Just like every time I think about it, I'm like, I fucking love this game. Mm-hmm. It's so simple. Like, the thing is, it's so simple. There's only like 4 parts to the map.
That is pretty simple.
Well, there's like 5, because there's like the main village. There's the like machine place. The other thing is I've only played this in Japanese, so I don't know what the like English equivalents of anything in the game are, which I think is cool. Funny.
That's kind of
So I'm just like, there's like the village. I'm like, there's the machine place.
Yeah.
There's the forest. There is another town. Mm-hmm. There's a like fishing. There's like a coastal town. And then there's a mansion. I'm like listing all these things. And I'm like, there's more areas than I remember.
It covers more areas.
I'm like, there's not that much. And then I'm like, there's this. And if you go over here, but like, you'll see, like, it is very simplistic, but there's like, I think just the like storyline kind of carries. I like the characters too.
Yeah, the characters look dope. I'm looking forward to it. I will give you a review as I'm playing it.
You better.
Yeah. I just get like everything you like text me. I get missed calls. There's emails.
You're like, I'm getting a restraining order.
I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know what you want from me.
And then I'm like, I didn't really like it.
And I'm like,
just kill me.
I'm like, it's all ogre now. No, but it is like I always say this, but I think the narrative design of it is really clever because it's like your stereotypical like A, B, C, D ending. Especially in the first one, Nier Automata has an ending for every letter of the alphabet. I think as a joke.
Oh, okay.
Because in Automata, it's like A through D are the normal. Wait, A, B, C, D are the normal ones.
JK
are like the normal endings, and then all the like there's like stuff that you can do, which I actually think is also really clever. There's stuff that you can do like if you're at a certain point in the plot and you like choose to go in the opposite direction of like the boss. It'll like the game will end.
Oh wow!
It'll like zoom through the credits and be like you fucked up, and then you got like ending like M.
It's like the biggest troll.
Yeah, no, and that's what I love about it is like it like definitely trolls you. Like there's definitely like a troll aspect to it underneath everything. But the first one is cool because it's just like the A through D endings, but every ending you sort of when you progress and replay through that part of the game. You gain more insight into the nature of the world and the enemies as a player, but not as a character. So, like, you as a player become cognizant of things that the character is not knowing of, which I think really bolsters the gameplay experience because you're just like, oh, fuck, like, I know the nature of the enemies, I know the nature of the main antagonist, and, like, who he is, and then you're just like, fuck, because you get to the end, and you're like, fuck, shit.
I'm looking forward to all these. Fuck shit.
Yeah, fuck shit. I'm like, what are you thinking? You're like, fuck
shit. Yeah.
No,
I think I like layers.
Yeah.
And that seems like an onion. Like an onion.
Like an onion. That's not. That was not Shrek's voice.
I felt
Donkey.
I've never seen it.
Really?
I'm gonna let
Any
you.
of them?
I'm gonna let you be the judge to see if I'm telling the truth on that. I don't know what Shrek is.
You're like, I've never heard of him.
Is he a slug?
We're gonna say, is he a slut?
Is he a slut?
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Come here, donkey.
Donkey.
Come here.
That's the only thing I can do in that voice. I can't do a like fake Scottish accent.
Yeah, it's hard.
Donkey.
Games I just saw the Resident Evil
Oh
showcase.
my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It looks so good. I wish I had a PS5, but it's fine. My little PS4 will suffice.
Yeah, and you could come and see the PS5 whenever you need to.
That's...
It's right there.
There she is.
It's right there.
That's so true, especially like because I can't, now that I bought this laptop, I can't afford a PS5.
Yeah.
I won't be able to get my hands on one anyway until... So...
But honestly, as a PS5 owner in 2021, it's not all it's cracked up to be. I feel like...
Well, it's like there's nothing out yet.
Yeah, like I played Miles Morales. I played like the Control PS5 version of it, which were fun and cool, and I do love Control. But the Miles Morales game was just me like swinging around, and then I was like, that's cool, and then I didn't play it again.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a lot of what is my experience so far with the PS5.
Right.
Are games that I play for a bit. I'm like, well, this looks pretty. It looks good. It looks cool. And there's not a lot of like drive to like story-driven games that are like pulling me in. But I think that's going to change, of course.
Right, as time goes on.
Yeah, and I'm going to love playing Resident Evil Village on PS5.
It's so good.
It's going to be really nice.
I'm so excited. Ethan Winters.
Ethan
Winters.
Is Ethan Winters becoming like the next Chris Redfield?
I was literally just about to ask that. I was like, is Ethan Winters the next Chris Redfield?
And like Chris Redfield in the game, he looks ill.
Yeah.
He looks like he's turning into like a lichen.
Do you think he has...
The lichen.
The lichen. It's the new disease released by the Umbrella Corporation.
But they're so busy and they're so like, there's like, just call it what it is. It's a lichen.
It's a lichen.
Yeah.
He's just like growing on a tree.
Yeah. Sprout.
Like, are you okay?
But he does, that would be interesting if he passes the torch. I don't think so. Chris has literally hasn't he been in every Resident Evil game?
I think so.
He was in the first one. Was he in like I think he did a short part in the second one.
Yeah.
And then the third one, he was at the end. And then the fourth one, I can't remember if he was in the fourth one. Definitely in the fifth one. Yeah. Definitely in the sixth one. And the seventh one, he had like a small...
Yeah, at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's no way, right? Like,
no.
I gotta keep...
He's like the Chad of Resident Evil, though. He's like...
He kind of is.
He's like the Patriots. I'm like... Old Patriots. I know nothing about sports. But...
That's my team.
It got boring watching them win.
That's my team. I'm from Massachusetts, so.
I don't like your team. Shots fired.
Going back to video game characters being really hot, though. Leon in the Netflix.
Oh, yes.
I was like, I mean, just Leon, like, in any, like, remastered is just, like, really hot.
Yeah.
But, like, in that Netflix adaptation, I was just like, oh my god.
Wear that suit.
Right? I'm like, oh.
And Claire's like, you don't look good in that. It doesn't suit you. And then,
boo,
it does. But it actually does. Also, did she say, like, it doesn't suit you because he's wearing a suit?
Suit. Get it?
I just like her more. No, but I think Ethan Winters, like, that character, he came out of nowhere. And he just made the series alive again. Yeah. Because after the sixth, sorry if you like six.
We were all, the rest of us were just like.
The rest of us. That's it's called The Rest of Us.
By Naughty Dog coming out 2022.
Yeah. It's just the rest of the characters.
It's all the same.
It's all the
like
side
everyone
characters.
Except for Ellie and Abby.
Yeah. It's the rest of us, guys.
They're just hanging out.
They're like, we really based the game off of just words. It's going nowhere fast. But no, I feel like Resident Evil 7 Biohazard reintroduced to the world what Resident Evil was and still can be.
Yes.
Because the sixth one was, some people might like it.
That's fine.
I'm not going to hurt feelings, but I'm going to call it doggy poop poop shit.
Call it like it is.
I bag it up.
And I set it on fire, and I put it on my enemy's doorstep.
Which is the creator of Resident Evil. No offense.
Yeah, I mean, it was doggy poo-poo shit. And then 7 came along and was like, oh, we're going to scare the shit out of you again.
It's like, pfft.
And I remember, too, being kind of skeptical because they changed the perspective.
Yeah.
And I was like, third person.
Yeah,
I mean,
same
first person. Mm-hmm. But it was really good, except for watching your arm or your hand get cut off.
Yeah.
And watching at the end when you're when like the puppet thing like engraves something into your arm.
Oh, yeah.
That part was fun. The little like fun house.
Oh, yeah, like when you had the like cameras and like everything set up and like you had to get out of the rooms. Yeah, that was really cool.
It was so fun, and it was super scary. The mom scared the shit out of me the most.
That was a scare. Like any woman, okay, you get a woman right in the game.
you get a woman, and I'm like,
You're like, no, thank you.
Ew.
I'm like, excuse me. But you get a woman. You get a nightgown on her. That's all I need. A dirty nightgown, and she needs to be older, disheveled looking of some sort. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Makes my
skin crawl.
Everything is just like all you have to do is
her lantern.
And she's like, and then whenever there's like ones that like you have to hide from, and then you like pop out, and yeah, that got me too. But I didn't play through that part. My friend helped me play.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, Evan, and he played it in VR.
Man,
I don't.
Did I ever play? I think I played maybe a little bit of it in VR once here.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I was like, that's enough.
Well, because remember, as Christian, there's a video of him playing it, and it's the part where like she cuts off the arm and like kicked. He like was sitting in a chair and he just like kicked whatever's in front of him.
I would have.
Yeah, it was terrifying. That game was cool though, especially in VR because it's a whole experience. I remember putting the VR headset on, and then the first thing was you had to walk through the door.
Yep.
I couldn't do it. I was like standing there like, real life Mary, from this perspective, would not enter this door. Because there are no lights.
Oh, yeah.
So why would I enter this door?
Also,
tell me,
not
game.
your house.
Yeah.
So why would you just go open someone's door and walk in?
Yeah, tell me, game. What is this, a game? And then someone had to like physically, because I couldn't see the controller because I had the VR set on.
Yeah.
Someone literally like physically just pushed and I was like, ah!
We're in it now, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that game was super fun. I love having the shit scared out of me, which is why I really liked the medium. I realized I brought this up earlier, but I didn't talk about it because there is like the antagonist of that game. It's called Ma. It's voiced by Troy Baker.
Oh, I love Troy Baker.
Same. So
that's really good.
Super creepy. Maybe I can like put a clip on or something after this and show you. But it's just just so like gross. Not gross in like a gory or gruesome way, but just like creepy, like skin crawly, like because you have to hide from him when he shows up in like the physical world. And he's like, and so like you can use your like psychic powers to like see where he is, but like you're trying to hide, so you have to be quiet and can't move. And there's a function to like not breathe.
My favorite function.
Oh yeah,
to not breathe.
But he'll be walking around like, I'm going to peel your skin. I want to wear you. Yeah, it's like
that's me at work asking people, customers, I'm going to peel you
and wear your skin.
You looking for ginger? Could you peel you now?
Get the spoon.
Do you need help?
Anyway, can I help you with anything?
That sounds terrifying. That sounds creepy.
Yeah, and there was one, like, I think one of the last interactions you have with him, like, you have to, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I had to, like, run past him and get into another room before he could follow me, and that was, like, because all the other ones you're, like, hiding, but that one you have to, like...
Face him. Face him head on. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Oh my god. Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Apply directly to other parts.
Do you think anyone ever tried it?
Probably.
that's why it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, they ran out of money and they're trying to get people to buy it. They're like, you could put it on other places too. We're just saying.
We're just saying.
Yeah.
It is a topical ointment.
They put it next to the KY jellies. No, but I think that's pretty much my main focus. I feel like I am looking forward to what's coming out this year, like Road 96. Yes, I think Deathloop for sure.
I'm excited for Returnal too.
Yeah,
really cool.
That looks cool. Did I tell you?
I think it's only on PS5 though.
Yeah. Well,
I'll just come over and have you play.
Play now.
Play it for me.
I'm enjoying this so much.
I'm having a lot of fun.
This is great. No, No, did I tell you that my disappointment for that game was not because of the game itself? Nocturnal.
Returnal?
Nocturnal.
Nocturne.
Yes. Nocturne.
By Chopin.
Mm-hmm.
Wee woo!
No, but that game disappointed me right when it came out, like in the trailer. Mm-hmm. Not because of the actual game itself, but because I thought it was PT.
Oh, yeah!
Because the trailer, like, it looked like... Because I was reading articles before the showcase that Hideo Kojima was going to come out and, like, talk about, like... Yes, there's an alarm going on. People are having an emergency outside our place. But...
It's fine. We can wait.
We'll wait for your emergency. Thank you.
Anyway.
Rude. But he was going to announce something supposedly at that showcase. Mm-hmm. And I was super pumped. I was like, he's going to, because
finally!
Him and Konami were talking, I guess. Like, articles were talking.
They're talking
again.
They're just doing this.
And I was like, and then that first shot where, like, it was the white door and it was, like, the hallway. It looked exactly like PT. I made an audible gag. Like, I was sitting there on the couch and I was like,
I remember getting tricked.
And I was like, and then that, and I was like, fuck. And so my mood just, like, plummeted.
Yeah, you're like, I can't be excited for this.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get it.
I totally forgot that they psyched us out.
I know.
Dude, I would fucking murder to have an official PT release.
Yeah.
I would commember.
Let's figure out.
Let's figure
take
out
down
how
names. They flag us.
Yeah. YouTube is like...
Oh, that doesn't sound nice.
YouTube is like, woo!
No, that would be amazing. But there are a lot of things to look forward to this year. For sure.
Things are opening up in San Francisco, at least. A little bit.
It's starting to get back to normal, but whatever normal is.
Governor Newsom wants to have the whole state open by, like...
June 15th.
June 15th, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, everything goes.
Everything open, no masks,
and then,
dicks
like,
out.
July, everyone gets, like, super sick, and, like, people are dying. He's like, what happened?
What's going on?
Maybe you opened too soon.
Listen here, baby Newsom.
More like a Newsom.
More like a nuisance.
Absolutely. Well, I hope we don't die.
Yeah. I wonder how long we'll have to wear masks for.
Forever.
One of my team members was like, I can't wait to get vaccinated so I can stop wearing a mask. I was like, that's not how that works.
What?
I was like, even if you're vaccinated, you still have to wear a mask for the sake of other people.
Yeah, and especially at work and everything. Like,
it's like, what are you saying?
What if they just, like, showed up to work, like, not wearing a mask?
Oh my god, I would love to send them home for that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me?
They're like, I'm vaccinated.
But I'm vaccinated. I'm like, yeah, bitch, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we don't die.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be.
Haven't died yet.
That's true. And we've been through the thick of it in retail, so.
That's very true.
Through the thick of it. You're welcome. You're welcome, world, for working this job.
Through thick and thin.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I got.
That's all I got. That's all. That's it. That's everything.
Cool. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We don't have any other social media, so you have to follow us here.
Yeah.
We're
a work in progress.
This is only episode 2. We have the whole world ahead of us.
The whole life in general.
The next episode, I'm like, so guys, it's like a clickbait video, like you're not there, and I'm like, and
I'm like, in the back, like, what's going on?
And I'm like, Mary's gone.
And I'm like, you getting views? Use my death.
I'm like, shut up. But yeah, we're really excited. We're still fleshing things out. I think we're gonna keep it video game centric or like media centric. We had a couple ideas to do some like more like long form videos, like show type stuff. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, we're very talented.
I mean, that's a stretch.
Yeah.
I'm very talented at not having any talents.
I like you're going in that direction.
And on that note, that's it.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.